All right, hello guys. Again, as I promised, I'm gonna be giving you every day a short little video on things to do at home. So one of the subjects we always address and we've always been asked, the arms. So yesterday we exercised with the bands, right, to keep the tone. So once you do exercise with the band, your arms should be nice and toned, and I would like you to keep in mind your arms should always have tone. The common mistake is that your arms just hang down. And even when we ask you to pick up the arm up, the palm is up, but the arm is hanging down. So very important to keep in mind when we're asking you to pick up the arms, I would like you to be paying attention to your upper arms, right? So you see, and that's why oftentimes we tell you, use your arms, your elbows, your upper arms to move away from the body. You can do it with me here, up and down, and try to, just even walk around the house a little bit, just to make sure, right, that you can keep up that position and keeping the tone. When you have your bands, just do exercise, go step back and forward, right, to make sure you are able to hold your arms in a position and keep on just recreating that shape. So you continuously think of lift and lift. So even for those of you that, let's say, they're smooth and standard and you have to be in a frame, try not to hold it, but try to recreate the shape every so often. When you're stepping one, let's say on your walls, just make sure everyone, there's a little bit of a lift. So you continuously keep on recreating the shape versus holding. When you hold the shape, the arms unfortunately will end up coming down. Yes? So let me just give you a few tips so you can think of those things and practice. The rule number one, the arms should not be touching your body. That's a sign of being uncomfortable. No one have to tell you this. Even when you meet someone in a social setting, not necessarily a dance studio, when they're holding on and they're pulling the sleeve and they're pulling the shirt, that's usually a sign of being uncomfortable. So within the dancing, the same first impression apply. When your arms are too close to the body, we look awkward, we look uncertain, we look insecure. So make sure that your arms are freely moving, that they have a little bit more space. Yes, they shouldn't be stuck. You shouldn't hold them to the side and neither to the front. So nice and loose. They don't always have to be up unless you would like that shape. Even when you're just moving, right? Have a nice natural arm movement. When you're opening the arm, we're gonna send it out through the upper arm, and then we're gonna extend your lower arm and all the way to the palm. And always be very much aware where your finishing position is. Lots of time you guys think of picking up the arms somehow, somewhere randomly. Just make sure that there is a blueprint all the way that you would like to have your arms be. Yes? You're gonna a lot of time pick up your arm up, not just to the side. So make sure, right, that the rule applies. You still expanding, creating a space, then you're gonna flip the arm and then you're gonna send it back. So it's a flip it in, flip and out, flip in, flip out, flip in, flip out. I will turn around so you can do it with me. Flip out, flip in, flip out, flip in. The rule is the palm should be up when it's next to your body. And 9 out of 10 times it's gonna be down when it's away. So down when it's to the side and down when it's up, right? So could you see you're having your palms here, then you're gonna flip them and you're gonna send them out. So for those of you that work with me, you know how lots of times I would say, chop it in and chop it out. Little karate chop in and chop out, right? So your little pinky is leading the way out and your little pinky is leading the way in. Pinky leading the way out and pinky leading the way in. And as you can see, I'm bringing my arms close enough, but not too tight, as I mentioned before. And also the palm then could go on the other side. So my elbow comes to the side and then the palm continues across the body. The elbow comes to the side and the palm continues across the body. right? So you can wrap your hands around the soft part between the top of your pelvis and the bottom of the rib cage. Try not to keep your hands too high as well as not too low. So you're not getting used to having your arms straight, just nice and comfortable. Almost like if you're resting your hand on the hip. That would be the most comfortable position. You could see that my upper arms are just nicely floating down. That will solve your problem of your shoulders being too high. When your hands are too close, your shoulders are rising up. When your hands are hanging down, could you see how your shoulder girdle just nicely lay down? You can see the collarbones are all nice and stretched, and therefore your movement looks nice and easy. If we combined what we did yesterday with the arms today, remember how we did quite a bit of rotation. I would like you to add your arm into that rotation. You're gonna rotate, pick up the arm, rotate, and bring the arm in. Rotate, pick up the arm, rotate, and bring the arm in. And let's do it with the other hand. Rotate out, rotate in, rotate out, and rotate in. And again, we have a little chop and a little chop. Chop, 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 chop. Right? So could you see it's nice and sharp, nice and crisp. That's why I call this that it's a little like karate chopping, right? With quite a bit of niceness to it. Now, you can add the rotation. You can put the hand on the shoulder if you would like to. You can put it on the hip. You can just bring it down, right? All depends on your position and on the relationship to you and your partner, right? But within the hands as well, what I would recommend, I'm not a big fan of keeping your fingers, the middle finger in, because then you flip it out. It could have a little bit of a funky situation. So I rather have your palms completely open, right? Very expressive and open, or having your four fingers close together and just your thumb to the side, right? So could you see this or this? And nice and expanded, right? Again, when you're stretching the arm, make sure that your elbow is nice and extended. So you feel like you are actually reaching all the way either to the wall, behind you, all the way to the ceiling. So your movement is big and expanded. Yes? I hope these things helped you out. Keep on practicing, and I will see you tomorrow.